So 21.2, we've got a couple standards we got to talk about. We put the tape on the line here, so 10-foot tape. We got to make sure that we hit our chest there. So right in the middle of our chest, that's where we need to be. Make sure people aren't going laterally on either side of the tape. And then the boxes, so 20 inches for the women, 24 for the men. This is going to be our first heat, so Brooke, Tia, and Street are going to go. It's going to be a cool battle because Street did so well in this in 2017, and like we talked about, the girls were right next to each other. So looking forward to watching them go at it first, and then the second group will go after that. So we picked Tia, Brooke, and Street to go in the first heat just so we can get some data from them. Like we said before, Tia and Brooke were right next to each other in 2017, and we assume they'll be pretty close today. Street will also give us a great time to go for all the guys because he should be that top 10, top 15 in the world like he was back in 2017 as well. So competitively, we want the girls to go hard on this one, right? It's more of a pacing strategy individually, but they should be able to lead off each other and go at a faster pace than they normally would if they were alone, which is what we want today.
Hit it in like around a 40, and you feel like you can't just get right back to the dumbbell, then it's worth stepping back. It's only a second per 3 reps, so over the course of, it's 5 seconds over the course of 15. But if you can go faster on everything else and you take longer pauses.
I think in the rules it says you can completely jump over the box as well, so that's quicker again. Yeah, I did see the rule though. It says here, I'm sure there's people out there, but it says the top of the box, and don't quote me, but I guess I am, 15 inches across the top, so I don't know. I mean,
if someone had a 15 by 20 inch box,
exactly,
they could do it then.
Yeah, they're gaming them. Good on them.
Yeah.
Well done for them for construction. But yeah, so we're just going to do the efficient way. For us, it's more about consistency and control rather than coming out of the gate too fast and having to hold on too early. See, I think regardless of even if they're the 1% in the world, I think that's always been the concern, right? It's just trying to manage that and making sure that they walk away from that obviously healthy, getting the workout in. But I think, but you're right, there is some element, right? Like let's triage or let's monitor this on how we can do this efficiently and also get ready for this afternoon's training as well. So I think it's one of those things about movement patterns early on, like Dwight and Street are working on right now. They're just talking about mechanics, transitions, pacing and breathing protocols and what we can do there to control that. And then slowly as our warm up, then will lead us to be prepared for the workout. So.
I think our third round of boxing was at the same time. Yeah. And then your dumbbell speed was faster because you were on the boxing already.
Yeah, I was like trying to hunch down, and then like I just knew that if we were on the boxes, you would maintain pace with me. But if I could get on the dumbbells,
I was trying to match your pace on the box.
Yeah.
And then yeah, your dumbbells just quicker. And then at the end,
you weren't.
I had no. I was like, all right, last 15, you're jumping up, jumping down. I had I was like,
Dude.
that's why I tripped, because I tried to start doing that, and I literally couldn't get my feet up to the box. I
That was tough.
was like, it's time to sprint, and I had,
That's when the workout got tough for me.
my legs couldn't jump.
So what did you do on your first set of box jumps? So that's where you got away from me, your box jumps?
I stepped down.
The whole time?
I stepped down all of them until the last round.
Okay, so
And I was surprised, because were you jumping?
on my first like 5 or 6, I went out and I jumped up, over, jumped on, jumped off, jumped back. I did that for 6, I was like, pointless.
Because I saw you doing that, and I finished before you, which my steps were really fast the first round,
Yeah.
but still, I was like, oh.
Yeah, no, it didn't make any difference. My steps, once I found my rhythm in my third set, or my second set, sorry, towards the end, I was like, okay. And then like, you were a good like, maybe 4 or 6 reps in front of me. And each round I just got 2 reps in on you. On the 40s?
40 snatch.
Yeah.
I think we got to the dumbbell like the same time.
The whole time?
Because I was ahead of her, and then the set of box jumps before that, we finished all at the same time. I was like, oh shit. And then I knew my cycle speed slowed down a little bit, and I could hear Shane counting for her, and it was like, well, every 10 reps she would get another one on me. I'm like, yeah.
So just like my cadence was a lot faster in the dumbbells, and then so like rounds 4, so like honestly that workout, the 50s I had to start like getting up onto my toes a little bit.
The last 10, I was like,
I think the only thing that
What it really came down is consistent pace through the dumbbell snatches, but more importantly, what we're actually more focused around or revolving around a lot of attention is our burpee box step over stand, and what we can do to minimize the heart rate from elevating, and also to maximize transition and obviously maximize efficiency in that. So I think what Brooke did a phenomenal job. You can see that she actually changed her cycle rate when it mattered towards the back end, and that was a big key element for us as well. There's no point coming out of the gate out hot and then doing a fast first 15 burpees. If you're going to be a hero at the end for us, and she did exactly that, so that was awesome. Yeah, it's always one of those things, right? You always wish upon the next stage to be, this stage to be done so you can move on to the next. But, you know, like it's, for me, this is it. Like, this is the foundation, and I mean that in like, this is the process, you know, like we rush to get to the games or get to the podium, but we got to put in the foundation work. We got to put in those pillars now, and that's what we're trying to do. It sucks during the time, but it just makes, we get to that podium, it makes it so much better. Well, when we get to the games, it makes it so much better as well.
like we talked about yesterday in our 21.2 tips and strategies video, for you guys and even these athletes, the personal pacing on this one was the biggest thing. So even though that we had 6 athletes going, each one of them had their own plan. So it was cool to see both Tia and Brooke go at it like we talked about, and then STREAT was with them as well, and they could give the info to the second group. And that's why it's good to have a team, right? We have these 6 people that we can bounce ideas off, the coaches can bounce ideas off, and it was good to see in real time kind of the result of our strategy and plan, that we had the same idea that was going for you guys as we had for us, and now we can move on from there into the quarterfinal. And if these movements show up again, even at the games, we know that we can have a plan going into that. So remember, like and subscribe to the video, comment below, let us know how you did on 21.2, and be on the lookout for this video.